Hi everyone, it's Kristi. We are back to decorate some pages. I have uploaded to my Facebook page a checklist, and it just says junk journal checklist. So it looks like this. There's 4 to a page. I just cut them up. I have a stack. I use these with most of the journals that I make because it just gives me ideas of things I can add to my journal, and I can make it as elaborate or as basic, simple as I want. So this is the one for a basic journal. I'm using Theodosia. That reminds me of what I'm up to. I have added front and back pockets to the covers. Okay, we did that with the postcards. The postcard files are in my Facebook group as well. So the next thing on my list is decorated envelopes. Do I want to do decorated envelopes? Sure. Okay, so let's do that. So I have one page. I went through my Theodosia and I found a couple of scraps of this blue. I just love this. So I'm going to be using these cutoffs in here, but one page would do it. Cut it down to 8.5 by 11 and then cut it in half at 5.5. That's all I've done. I've folded here 3 inches and 7 inches. That gives me 1.5 from the top, and then the bottom will go up 3 inches. Now there's a couple ways you could do this. If you want to keep it really basic, you can just round the corners, and we will just come along here and a little bit came out. There it goes. Add some glue to the sides and bam, we have an envelope. Okay, so there you have a basic envelope that you can add to your journal. If you want to add lace, like I've done here, that's what I'm going to do, then you don't need to round the corners. You just want to put a little, and I'm going to cover that over where I clipped the corners, but I wanted to show you what it looked like. Just add a piece of lace, like so. And usually what I do with the envelopes is I hang them over a page, a side of a page. So when I add it with the paper clip, it's going to be a tuck spot, not only an envelope, but it's going to be a tuck spot on this side of the page where the paper clip is holding it, and you'll be able to tuck something under there. But look how much difference that makes just by adding that one little piece of lace. So 1.5 inches from this side, just gonna, okay, and 3 inches from this side. And there again, this is a 8.5 by 5.5 piece. Very simple envelope. And just a little bit of glue on the sides. And there you go. Then I'll put some, I closed up my glue. A little bit of lace trim here. You can get your lace anywhere. I go to Goodwill about once a week and get lace. Not get lace, but look for blouses and things with lace so that I can cut it off. The first batch of lace I got was a pair. I happened to be walking through Goodwill and saw a pair of shorts in the kids section. It was knit shorts that was trimmed all in lace, and I have used that lace on so many things. Little clusters that I made with the snippet trim. I can't even say it. I used it on the edge of my journal that I made for my mom back in the beginning. So you never know what you're gonna see. So be on the lookout for lace things. Curtains are really good. Placemats, tablecloths. Yeah, one of my best finds was a huge linen tablecloth that was trimmed in lace, 4-inch lace all the way around, and I just love it. So there we go. I've got 2 envelopes ready to go. That wasn't too hard. You can fancy these up, decorate them, add things to them, but I'm not going to because we're doing a basic journal. I just want you to get the idea. This is a place that you can start without everything having to be so detailed and difficult. So I usually will just start, and I'll put whatever I'm making, I'll put one on the front, one on the back. So I've got a designer page here. I will probably put pockets, but I'm going to put this here on this coffee dye page because it's movable. I'm going to attach it here, and where's my paper clips? I'm using the small paper clips and just clipping that on. So here's where you have your little tuck, and you'll be able to tuck things under and they'll stay. And then on this side, you've got the beautiful decorated pages. You could also run lace across the bottom if you like. So I will go to the end of the book and look for that same piece of paper and do the same thing, the opposite direction. You don't have to do it this way. You can move it wherever you want, but this is how I keep track of what I've done. Okay, so what's next on the list? Next on the list is, let's check mark this. And I figured we just go down the list, guys. And then when we think it's full, we can skip around. We don't have to go down the list, but these are some of the things at the top that I like to include in every book. Down here, not necessarily so, but if you want a nice, fun, interactive journal, this is my list of what I like to go to. Okay, so let's do a left-right corner flip. What's a corner flip? Well, I'm going to use a piece of coffee dyed paper for this and wrinkle it up. A corner flip, I think, is attributed to someone. I want to say Laura. Is it Laura Donnelly? I don't know. Rita Donnelly flip is what they call it on YouTube. I don't know who Rita Donnelly is. I haven't come across a channel with that name, so if she has a business name as her channel, I'm not sure. But she is attributed with this flip, and it's really cute. It's a corner flip pocket secret journaling spot. Okay, so basically you want it to be start as a square. So this is 8.5 wide, so I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4. And turn it and do 4 1/4. Okay, now I've got 2 squares. Now wait for it. This is really difficult, guys. Fold it corner to corner, like so. Fold it corner to corner, like so. 2 corner flips. Fun, right? But basically, let's find a place in here to attach these. I'm going to put these, I think I'm going to put them on this page. So the way these get attached, this is the fun part. You attach them here and on the bottom, and then this will flip open. You can journal inside, but you'll also, because of the way it's glued, be able to tuck things inside this way. Isn't that fun? So I will probably, let's run a piece of lace across there because, you know, it's what I do. And we have it here. A lot of people pick up their lace at estate sales. You can buy lace on Etsy and lots of places. You can buy it on Amazon in batches. So, but if you're just starting out, just, you know, look in your closet and see what you have. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to put the flat side on, and I need to remember to get up here where you can see me. I'm going to do the flat side of the pocket here. I'm going over a little bit because that's on an angle. I'll trim that better when it's dry. Okay. All right, so let's press this down a bit. Making sure that's along that edge. You could use one of the offcuts for this. You don't have to use coffee dyed paper. And you know what? You don't have to use coffee dye at all, coffee dyed paper at all in this. If you want to use regular copy paper, go for it. And if you want me to do a video on how I coffee dye paper, let me know in the comments below. There's a lot of videos on YouTube on how to coffee dye paper. There's more than one way to do it. I do mine with a brush technique. I don't dip it. So if you want me to show you a video on that, let me know. I also want to, I've got that pink journal coming up, so I'm thinking I want to do an avocado dye session because, and if you don't know this, avocado dyed paper is pink. Avocados, when they are super ripe, they turn reddish like most, well, not most, but a lot of vegetables, you know, like peppers. They go from green to orange to red. And avocados do the same. When they're overripe, it kind of looks like a dark brown, but it is a reddish tone. So when you boil those peels, you get a pink dye. So I want to try doing some of that because it's a very pale pink and I like it. Okay, so we've got those all trimmed up. Let's find a pocket for these. Let's see, so we're going to go through the coffee dyed pages and add things to them. So let's do the front side of this one. We want this to be on this way. I'm going to put my thumb on, I've got ink everywhere, on the place where I don't want the glue. Now I know I want the glue on those two sides. And I'm not going to go too close to the edge because I want to make sure I don't glue the paper down. I want to be able to flip it. And I'm going to glue about 1/4 of an inch to 1/8 of an inch, you know, from the edge of the paper. Get that in there. How do I get glue on my pinky? Okay, then I want to open this up a little bit and just rub that down. There's no glue along here, so I don't know why I was rubbing there. There we go. So that, and then I'm going to come back on this side and do the same. So that is a corner tuck journal spot. Rita Donnelly flip right there. Okay, I have a piece of glue inside that lace and I don't know if I can get that out or not. I might have to find a pair of tweezers to get that out. Kind of stuck to the lace off my fingers. Okay, well I'll come back when that's dry and get that out because I'll have to use my tweezers. Okay, so what's next on the list? The next thing is side tucks. So basically a side tuck is something like this. So I'm going to take this as my side tuck and come back to that one and go on to pockets. So we'll come back to side tucks. So let's do 4 pockets. I usually like to have 4 pockets in here. So let's see, what do I want? Let's use this one And look at on the front. This one. Okay, so the way that I will make pockets, and let's just get a blank page here so we can see the size. I like my pockets to go, you know, they don't have to go the whole width, but if I make my pocket 5 inches, that will fit nicely. 4.5 would be even better. So if I want my pocket to be 4.5, I'm going to cut it at 5.5, so I can have a 1/2 inch on each side. Okay, so let's cut these at 5.5. I'm going to cut 4 pieces at 5.5. So I'm going to have to pull out my arm here. So 5.5. And I could have just divided it in half. It was 12 inches long. Well, at least this page was. That one's already 5.5. That's perfect on account of these are 11 inches. Okay, so that was an accident. So we're just cutting this in half at 5.5. Okay, so with the scoreboard, I am going to score a 1/2 inch from either side. Now this paper's on a thinner side, so I want to be really careful not to tear through the paper. That's why you kind of see me, I don't come this way and poking down into the paper. I kind of come laying down and kind of put, you can hear the paper. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I'm turning this around because it's really hard to do the 1/2 inch over here. You can hear the paper fibers breaking in there. And that's the point of scoring, is that you're breaking down the fibers. That's why you score and fold away from the score, because you're already pushing those fibers away. And when you fold away, you're just you're going with what you've already started. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I have to be really careful when you're scoring. You can do this with you know, cardstock if you don't want to use your designer paper, or you could do copy paper, whatever. If you don't have a scoreboard, you can use your cutter without the blade. Line it up on your measurements. I don't know if I can get this all in here. Line it up on your measurement where you want your score line. You can put a little tick mark on top and bottom. And this has a little groove here, so you can easily score in that groove. That's how I did it for many, many years. So I know it works. Okay, so I'm just going to fold those in on the side, and you'll see these are going to be nice size pockets. So these are going to be 4.5. Yeah. Now, I think what I'm going to do to reinforce these pockets is run a piece of tape along the top. So I'm going to do that now. While I'm thinking about it, I want to do it on the top because I want to cut a little notch here. And this, I get this tape, I think I mentioned this before, I get this tape at Dollar Tree. It's, you know, $1 for a big roll of it. It's just 1 inch wide medical tape, paper tape. It's, they also have one that is a cotton tape that's heavier. But this is the one I buy. It's paper tape. You can tear it. but it just gives a little bit more weight to the top of that pocket. And I am going to punch the pockets. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glue down these sides, and we're just going to put a little tiny little trail glue at the bottom, and that'll be our stopper. So I like to use, and here's another tool that you do not need, but it's fun if you find it on sale. This is an envelope punch board you can use to make lots of things more than envelopes. I like the way that it makes the punch. Let's see, what did I say, 4.5, so I need 2.25 is half of that, and I just like the look of the punch. So I'm going to go ahead and reinforce these pockets, get them all folded, and then we'll glue them in. Okay, so we are just going to run a little bit of lace across the bottom of these, and a little bit different than we did with the last one. Or we didn't, did we do pocket? We didn't put any lace at all on the postcards. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom of these. Looks like my sun is going behind the clouds. Also, just to mention, you don't have to cut a notch in your pocket. It's totally decorative in my opinion. However, if you have a circle punch, you can use a circle punch to punch out a little, it's called a thumb notch. But I don't think it's really necessary. Normally I don't put anything that small I'm going to have to dig for in my pocket, but you know. There we go. Yeah, just that little bit of lace. And I know some people, they're not into the lace, and that's okay. You know, you could put anything on the bottom of this. You could put rickrack, you could put flat back pearls, you could put rhinestones. You know, they sell the rhinestones in the rolls. What else could you use? You could use a decorative strip of paper, another strip of paper at the bottom, or nothing at all, you know. This is, I like lace. I think that's one of the things that drew me to this craft, is that I like all the fluff. So, all right, so let's put these in. I think I want to use these first, so let's do, and because there are 4 of them, I'm going to put this one here, and then I'm going to skip a coffee dye and go to the next one, and then we'll put belly bands, I think is what's next. That will go on the next one. So all I'm going to do, and I've reinforced all the pockets with the tape, because there is going to be wear and tear. So I will put that, I usually will center it both sides and about 1/4 inch from the bottom. Get the glue off my fingers. There we go. Sometimes I will put these pockets on both sides. Sometimes not. I think I put that lace on just a tad crooked. Straighten that out. Okay, so let's come back here. It's the one in front of that green bar there. And we'll put this one on. You don't need a lot of glue. In fact, sometimes less is better, because it will actually not slide around on you so much. It'll stick a little better. because it dries a little bit quicker. It's not quite straight enough. Let's get that. Get over there. There we go. Okay, so let's go. There's a coffee dye here, and there's a coffee dye here. Now we have a pocket on this side, so let's put the pocket. Did we do it? No, we do. Well, let's go ahead and put it on this side. I try to alternate, so if I have pockets on this side, then I'll try to put one on this side. Let's do this side. It'll be fine because this doesn't really lay down on top of it, so it'll be fine. We're going to put this one here. And it's okay to change your mind. Just because you think you're going to do it one way. I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I change my mind all the time. When I say, my husband makes fun of me because I'll say, oh, I love that. And he goes, today? Because he thinks I'm fickle. I just love a lot of things, that's all. Okay, I really love this paper collection. And I mean, you can't beat the deal. If you can use the 50% off coupon for this, because I think it's $20 without the coupon. I got it 50% off, so $10 for 180 sheets. That's a really, really good bargain. I like that. Cute. Okay, so let's come back to the other one. Let's see, this is the short envelope. So where's that short envelope? There it is. And we want it on this side. A lot of times when you see me rubbing back and forth on the glue, I'm just using the tip to spread out the glue. I'm not squeezing the whole time, I'm just spreading it out with the tip. Cool. That looks awesome. This is going to be really cute. Okay, so the next thing, I'm going to check our time. Oh, I still got 21 minutes. We're good. My camera will cut off at 29 minutes, so then I got to piece everything together. Okay, so let's do belly bands. I've got these cutoffs over here, and I usually will do a vertical and a horizontal belly band. So this one with the music paper would be cute for vertical. So I'll want to cut this 8.5 by 11, which is the length of the page, and then something that doesn't have a really definite directional pattern, because I want to do a horizontal one. Although it would be okay to have the pattern, but I think this one's less noticeable, so I'm going to use that one. It's okay to mix up your directions. So, okay, so I need 8.5, and then I'm going to do 5 inches for the horizontal one. So let's do 5 inches on this one. And I'm just using those 1 inch cutoffs from yesterday, or whenever we did our pages, I don't know. I try to make more than one video a day, make good use of my time, but I don't always get it done that way. And this one we want 8.5, but you know what, I think I want that design, so I'm going to turn it around this way and do the 8.5 so it stays on there. Okay, so back to our book. Let's go back to that coffee dyed piece in the middle. We have one pocket here, and then we had this coffee dye. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's the same paper. How's that for coincidence? Too bad this wasn't a little bit longer piece. Anyway, yeah. So what I'm going to do for this is just glue the top and the bottom. Vertical belly band. You could add lace to the sides. You could use a decorative punch for this. You could use a shorter piece. It doesn't have to go all the way top to bottom of the page. Make sure that's mostly straight. And I'm just going to add a little bit of lace trim top to bottom. Little 1-inch piece. Where'd my scissors go? I probably should have done this ahead of time, but I didn't think about it till just this minute. And I'm doing the flat side down. You could have it sticking out if you want. A lot of times that's fun too. Do it this side. Oh, I already glued that. I've got to clean these scissors. I have some Goo Gone. It'll take that sticky stuff off, but as soon as I clean them, then I will come right back and cut that micropore again, and they'll be sticky. Okay, so I want to find that page on the other side because that's where I'm going to put the horizontal belly band. This time I'm going to put the glue on for the lace first. It's a little bit easier to cut when it's not actually attached to the page, so I'm just going to get another piece of scissors that'll actually cut. It's also easier if you can have it next to you to trim those. Okay, so there's our horizontal belly band. Now, which way around do I want it? I think I'm going to put the top that way, so not that it matters, but put that right in the middle. I did this at 5 inches, and I've got about 1/4 inch on either side. I don't want it to get stuck in here, but probably could have done 5 1/4 or 5 3/8 and gone closer to the edge, but that's okay. It'll work. Now, sometimes what people will do, they'll put a stopper at the bottom, like a half circle, so that when they put a tag in the belly band, it will stop from falling out. I haven't done that. Maybe, well, I might have, but I don't remember doing it recently because most of the time what I put in the belly band is thick enough that it's not going to fall out. I usually try to put like a pad of paper or something, you know, maybe 3 or 4 pieces of coffee dyed paper for writing on, and I'll tuck that in and it'll hang it over the top, then it's not going to fall out the bottom. Or an envelope, same thing, like a coin envelope or something. And you can put the belly band, I'm feeling like that's not straight. Yeah, I guess it is. If you can put the belly band higher, and then if you want to put like a coin envelope or something, it'll hang down longer, or, you know, there's lots of things you can do. So, all right, guys. I think that's it for today, because the next thing that I want to do is make some clips and flip overs, and so I think I want to have that on a separate video. So I hope you're crafting along with me. I hope you're jumping in and making this journal with us. Even if you don't have this paper collection, just jump right in and use what you have. Um, it'll turn out pretty, I promise, no matter what. So anyway, we'll be back. Thanks for watching.